So should Mike Waltz and the signal drama that unfolded in the U.S. be condemned by Republicans and conservatives alike? And should they either get fired or step down? That's like the question that's going around right now. I haven't weighed in on it before, but I'm going to now, because now it's like coming out of my fucking ears, this shit. You know what I mean? This demand for condemnation from both sides, right? Look, whatever happened there, whatever happened there is dumb as fuck, right? Dumb as fuck. Absolutely. Okay? No question. No question. All right? It's dumber than shit. Mike Waltz got on TV with Laura Ingraham and said it was dumb as shit. He had the chance to pass it off on some intern like the Democrats do, and like Republicans of the past surely have done, and probably people still do. And he didn't do it. He said, no. The buck stops with me. Right? So he admitted it was dumb. He admitted that he's the responsible party for it, and it never should have happened. And he also said, I don't know how I did it, so we're investigating it technically to see if I did it by overlooking something, or if there was some other nefarious thing behind it. I don't think they're going to come up with anything. I think it was just a dumb fuck up. I think that's it, right? In the end, the operation they were talking about went off without a hitch, as far as we know. That's what they say. There's probably a bunch of Houthis dead. All right? You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened there except for the Houthis and the people that witnessed the attack, which is nobody sitting around on the internet in the States bitching and complaining about Mike Waltz's mistake. Now, that being said, if the person who's the responsible party, Mike Waltz, gets on TV, says, look, it was a dumb mistake. It's not an intern's fault. The buck stops with me. We are going to investigate it just in case it wasn't just a simple fuck up, which is also smart to do, because if there's some sort of hacking involved or some shit like that, you do want to know that before the next time comes around that the same thing happens. So to put an investigation into it is a good thing, right? So the responsible parties have done everything they're supposed to do in a situation like this. Now, on every podcast, Piers Morgan, the whole shit, everybody's being called on to the mat, all the conservative pundits, and they're all basically trying to defend this, right? They're trying to defend it. They're saying, look, we don't know yet if about investigation, we got to wait it out. Look, it was a stupid mistake. He admitted it. They will not say, I condemn it and I think the dude should be fired, right? And I know why that is. And I agree that they shouldn't say that, because I don't think that Mike Waltz should be fired. I don't think he should step down for a couple of reasons, okay? First of all, and this is also the argument that the Republicans should start using when they get asked about this. They should just say, listen, because the argument from the Democrat side or from the pundit side is that, look, if a Democrat would have done this, the Republicans would have lost their shit. They would have gone completely bananas and bonkers. Yes, they would have. Yes, they would have, undoubtedly. None of them are trying to say that they wouldn't have, right? What they're trying to say, which is not coming out, which I think I would be able to say more eloquently, maybe they should watch this and take a page out of my playbook what this concerns. Listen, I'm not going to condemn the guy. I'm not going to call for his firing. I'm not going to call for anybody in that group chat to be fired. I'm not going to call for an investigation into them or to ask them to step down. I'm not going to do any one of those fucking things. And the reason why is your side, the Democrats, the liberals, the leftists, you started this shit, right? And what I mean with that is no one on the Democrat side over the last 4 years, right, has stepped down or been fired for any fucking thing. Okay, except for the guy that was stealing women's clothes, the bald guy that thought he was a woman and was running around an airport stealing clothes. I don't even know if he was fired. Maybe he stepped down, right? I don't know. But listen. Yes, it's hypocrisy. Yes, it is hypocrisy. But the left and the Democrats have been openly hypocritical about everything. Everything. And when they get called on their hypocrisy, they don't back down, they double down. Right? So to now expect Republicans and conservatives who are obviously trying to save their face, they don't want to be embarrassed by this shit, because it is stupid. It does make them look stupid. It's not allowed to happen. If this really happened, that an enemy journalist, an activist journalist, hostile to the president, was included in a group chat about attack plans, that is not allowed to happen. It cannot happen under any circumstances. It's unfucking acceptable in any realm, right? And the Democrats would have a leg to stand on if Mark Milley would have been brought up on court-martial when he told China that if Trump was planning anything weird, that he would contact China and tell them about it behind the president's back. Or the withdrawal from Afghanistan. If somebody's heads would have rolled for that, or somebody would have stepped down or been fired for that, or got on TV and said, "Whoa, that was a major fuck up. We followed President Biden's orders. We can't just do what we thought we should do. We just did what he said, even though he's fucking brain dead." Nobody came out and fucking apologized or mea culpa for it, or asked for forgiveness, or stepped down, or got fired. The Russiagate shit. No one has been brought to justice about the Russiagate shit. Nobody, even though it was a complete hoax, totally fucking fabricated bullshit, paid for by Hillary Clinton. Nobody has been brought to justice. Nobody has stepped down or quit or been fired or anything. Anthony Fauci, lying to Congress, never been fired, never stepped down. John Brennan, never been fired, never stepped down for also lying to Congress about national security issues, about spying on American people. That other fucking bald guy, that fucking creepy looking dude, whatever his name, I don't know what his name is, another CIA guy. Never stepped down, never been brought up on charges, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Anybody responsible for COVID, fucking Andrew Cuomo and all the other governors that killed a bunch of old people by putting COVID patients in nursing homes, never stepped down, never got fired. Yep, Cuomo stepped down for a completely different thing, so you don't have to fucking tell me about that shit. He stepped down for a different reason. So, never been fired, never stepped down. These Letitia James and Fannie Willis for these attack prosecutions against the president, never been fired, never stepped down. During the Democrat administration, might happen now, right? So all of that, Hillary Clinton kept a secret information on a private server that she wasn't allowed to have in a fucking bathroom somewhere in a house, and who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? Investigated, ruined, destroyed all the evidence, destroyed BlackBerries, destroyed the server shit. The only way we ever got the emails she was trying to keep from the public is because of WikiLeaks, right? So she's never been punished at all. Oh, what? She got an $800,000 fine or some shit like that? Whoop-de-fucking-do. No prosecution, no charges, no step down, no nothing. Matter of fact, that bitch is still weighing in on this situation. The queen of fucking up national security documents and classified information is out there chastising the Republicans because of this mistake. See, we're working in two different realms here, people, right? This was a stupid mistake by somebody who obviously wasn't paying attention and should be reprimanded in a way and said, look, dude, this can never happen again. Make sure it doesn't. Next time it's your ass, right? No problem. I get it, right? But what the Democrats have done are willful attacks on the freedoms of the American people, willfully letting in an invasion of illegal immigrants into the country. This wasn't incompetence or mistakes. This was an actual attempt to overthrow, and destroy the fabric of the American country, of the U.S. country, right? The United States. That's a different thing. We're talking about different shit here. I know that the Democrat side want to make everything like, well, that's the same shit. No, it's not. They left a president in office that everybody knew was basically a fucking vegetable, right? And they left him there and tried to tell the American public, no, he's just tired, man. Give him a break. He's a stutter. He's a stutter and he's tired, and now he's got COVID, so you got to give the guy, for having COVID, a stutter, and being tired, you know, He's pretty fit, man. He's the fittest he's ever been, guys, right? And everybody was like, no, that can't be true. Look at the fucking guy. He can't walk steps. He can't ride a fucking bicycle. He's shaking hands with dead people. He doesn't know who the people are that he's supposed to know that he's talking to. And they left him in there, and everybody covered for him. And everybody was like, nobody's ever been reprimanded for that shit. Nobody's gotten fired. Nothing's ever happened. Congress hasn't done anything to anybody ever. Okay? So, and none of these people have ever stepped down. Joe Biden didn't step down. He was thrown out. You know what I mean? That's a different thing. He was thrown out, not because of his incompetence or his brain, no, because he was going to lose the fucking election. So the Democrats said, okay, well, we can't win with this guy. He fucked it. Let's get rid of this bastard. That's the way that worked. And all of the things that the Democrats did, the attacks on free speech, the revoking of people's rights, January 6th. No, has any FBI's agents or agencies ever seen any repercussions for what they did on January 6th? What their involvement was on January 6th? No. Have the select committee for January 6th that was formed illegally against the own rules of the House that they made up, they formed it against those rules, allowed no Republicans on that shit. They're basically Trojan horse Democrats, all fucking adjudicating this January 6th thing without real fucking investigative powers. They just fucking did it. Did anybody get punished for that? No. No. Did anybody step down? No. Did anybody get fired? No. So that's the difference. The argument for Republicans is easy. Listen, guys, I'm not even going to play this condemning game for a mistake. The guy made a mistake. That's the end of it. Right? He admitted his mistake. That's the end of it. I'm not going to fight. That's it. Well, what blah, blah, blah. No. What you guys did, right, is not a mistake. What you guys did is, in every single way, shape, or form, you tried to fuck this country purposefully, on purpose, right? That's different than a dumbass mistake, okay? So let's not try to compare the two. Stop these these conservative people have got to stop trying to be so fucking nice and easygoing about this kind of shit, right? They got to stop it. They got to stop it. They've got to be hard. Like the administration is. The administration's like, yep, okay, operation went off without a hitch, so I don't know what you're talking about, fuck it. They're going to ignore it, right? And they should, because this Pandora's box of bullshit was opened by the Democrats, or opened by the Uniparty before then. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it was there. So let's not pretend that fucking Democrats are so noble and highly moral that they've always admit their mistakes, and they, no, we would never do something like this, and they step down when things go wrong, or they get fired. None of that shit ever happens. I don't know what these people are fucking thinking, what world they live in, right? Oh, so now because it's the Republicans, because they were screaming for 4 years, now they must suddenly bend the knee and say, fucking, you know what? Yeah, well, we should get rid of Mike Waltz right now, because he made a mistake. Because, yeah, that's true. That is the right thing to do, because that's what Democrats did. They did the right thing. Right? No, they fucking didn't. They sure as hell didn't. So I get completely that there's an unwillingness to reprimand or condemn Mike Waltz and this signal chat bullshit publicly. I totally get it. I wouldn't do it either. You know what I'm saying? The farthest I'll go is, yeah, it was a stupid mistake, should never happen again, and that's about the end of it there. I don't want to discuss it for another hour. I don't want to fucking hear how, well, if it would have been a Democrat. No. It was a Democrat, right? Not would have been. The Democrats did things that were completely antithetical to the Constitution, completely flew in the face of everything America stands for. They ripped off the American people. They've been involved in mega corruption, fraud, waste, and abuse with their NGOs and all their bullshit. And that's all now getting found out. So I don't want to hear shit about fucking Democrats and how noble they are. And if it was the other way around, it's not the other way around. Right now, it's this way around, right? And I don't give a fuck. Fire with fucking fire. That's my motto. I know that sounds bad because, well, we gotta stick to our principles and shit. Yeah, that's great, we do, except for one thing. When you're dealing with people who don't learn or don't want to learn, that are just waiting in the shadows to take power again and do exactly what they did before times 100, you can't stop them by being noble and principled. You have to play on their level. They are forcing us down to their level, and look, I would be willing to play on their level, right? I would say, look, okay, the gloves are off, motherfuckers. Now you're up for it. Now you're in for it. And this question, well, what happens to America then? Listen, what's going to happen to America if Democrats get power again, right? they are going to ramp their craziness up by 10 million. And we know that because if they wouldn't be planning on doing that, they would have fucking learned a lesson. They would have turned over a new leaf by now. They would have said, okay, actually fraud, waste, and abuse cuts are pretty good. We should try to stop, good programs from continue to be funded and blah, blah, blah. But they would have been on board with what the American people want. No, instead, they double down on their insanity and say, no, you've got to call McBride a woman in Congress. It's a woman. It's a fucking clearly a dude. No, they are going same road. Trump bad, Elon bad, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? They can't condemn any shit about Tesla's getting fucking blown up. They can't condemn shit. No, they're worried about if those people aren't going to get charged with terrorism. Oh, they can't, like, fuck off. What I think we should do is not even go into any Democrat or leftist whiny shit. This whole new thing about, well, let's talk to each other. Yeah, they're not talking to each other. They're arguing with each other. Like Piers Morgan, I love the show. It's hilarious, uncensored. And there are leftists now coming on that show constantly. And yet they still have yet to make a good point because they're not talking with each other. They're there to debate each other, right? So while we've brought people together in a way, they're not together in like, okay, we're friends or we're talking about things, how to solve things. No, they're debating each other's points, right? So that's not the same, right? That shit, fuck that shit. These people need to get punished, right? They need to feel the burn of this. They need to feel the burn of what they've done. And so I don't think any conservative or any Republican should appease these Democrats or the people that are asking questions on their behalf, like Piers Morgan in this case, right? I don't think they should get on their knees for shit. Don't give them a fucking inch. None. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't defend this Mike Waltz shit if that was happening, so don't try. Just say it was a mistake, it shouldn't happen ever again, and that's all I've got to say about it. Because, listen, I'm not going to fucking sit here and grovel for forgiveness or tell you that I condemn the guy and he should be fired or make up shit that I don't believe in. For you Democrats, for you, the left, no. These people are the enemy, right? They are the enemy. Anybody over there, any pundit that's on the left that gets on TV and defends the Democrats in any way is the enemy. That's how I want conservatives and Republicans to look at these people. This idea of bringing people together and let's all be one kumbaya singing America, fuck that. That's not happening anymore anyway. No. First, we need repentance, right? I hate sounding like a preacher, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not religious at all, but that's what we need. First, we need to see that these motherfuckers have really learned a lesson. And then we can start talking about, okay, should we bring them into the fold or not? Should we come together or not? You know what I mean? If you're giving a cheating spouse another chance, basically you're going to be watching them for a long time to prove to yourself that they're not fucking around on you again. And once that proof is installed, maybe you will let your wall down and let them back in, to your heart. You know what I mean? But you're not just going to go, yeah, I'll just give you another chance. I love you just like I did before. Nothing. It's like, no, everything's cool. No, not everything. Everything is not fucking cool. Right? No. And I see Republicans and conservatives going in that direction, like, okay, well, all right, we won now, and they're going to have to, they'll understand eventually, they'll get in line eventually. No. They need to feel the burn, right? That's the only way people like that are going to learn, because they're like petulant teenagers, all of them. These adults are not adults, they are like stuck in adolescence. And it's obvious they are. And teenagers also don't learn when you just sit there and have a talk with them and say, that was really bad, guy. I'd really appreciate if you don't do that anymore. There's very few teenagers that are open to that, right? Basically, teenagers need to have their car keys taken away, need to be grounded, they need to be reprimanded, punished in some way in order for them to feel the burn and know, okay, I can't ever do this again, at least not while I'm living under this roof. Right. That's how you handle teenagers. That's how you handle these petulant, adolescent fucking people that are running around demanding condemnation over Mike Waltz. Now, fuck you. I'm not giving you shit. Not a fucking inch. I don't care if you think I should. I don't care if you think that makes me an hypocrite. I don't care what you think at all about anything. I don't care. Fuck you. You're irrelevant to me. I'm not giving you shit. And I'm not going to explain why. All right? Because then they go, well, that's whataboutism. What the Bible, blah, blah. Yeah, fucking whataboutism? What the hell are you talking about? It's a comparison. It's an analogy. It's not whataboutism. That's a made-up fucking word that people go, well, okay, you can't say shit about me because otherwise you're whatabouting me. Well, fuck you then. Then I'm going to whatabout you all day long. I'm going to whataboutism you upside the ears with that shit. I don't give a fuck what you think it is. I don't give a fuck if you think that's... You know what? When I had my first fight as a kid, right? My first physical fight. Okay? Me and dude fucking met on the playground after school behind the bleachers, you know what I mean, like they did back then, you know, and we were because none of us wanted to get suspended, so you had to like hold the fight until the afternoon, right? And the dude tried to fucking come at me, and I was taking judo at the time, so I thought I'm going to try one of my new judo moves, and it worked. Like, I was like, wow, that shit really worked. That's awesome. So I tripped him up, put him on his back, right? He got up, and I kicked him. I kicked him in the stomach, right? And this bitch goes, well, there's no kicking. Well, wait a fucking minute, dude. You wanted to kick my ass. You fucking threatened me. You were like, oh, let's go fucking behind the... All right, I was like, all right, let's go. And now you're pissed off because I put you on your back, and now there's this rule that you made up, no kicking, and I'm supposed to follow that rule? Go get fucked. Fuck you. I kicked him again. Kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the same. That's whataboutism, right? These people can't fucking handle that they have no argument. They can't defend the Democrats. They have no argument whatsoever at all. They can't. And they're pissed, so they make up this new shit. Whataboutism. So I can only say something about you. And otherwise it's breaking the rules. Time out. Whataboutism. Whoa, time out. Fuck off. We shouldn't be playing these people's fucking stupid game. So no condemning Mike Waltz, no fucking firing Mike Waltz. Mike Waltz didn't have to step down. None of those people have to step down. It was a dumb mistake, that's it, and that's fucked. And fuck, I don't give a shit what the Democrats think about it. I don't give a shit what the left thinks about it. I don't care if they think about whataboutism or dude, whatever. I don't give a fuck about any of it. No, fuck them. That's the answer we should give them every time. For the next 4 years, they should feel like they've been put in the corner and have nothing left to say, right? Until they fucking change their ways. Right? Again, another religious thing, but look, these people have to see that they totally screwed the pooch on everything they did, right? They totally fucked it. They really did, right? And until they see that, they're not going to change. So why should we take any fucking cues or any lesson or listen to anything these fucking people have to say? It's like the Gavin Newsom podcast. The right's like, oh my God, Gavin Newsom started a podcast and he's so great because he's having Charlie Kirk on and he's fucking, he doesn't believe in any of the shit that he said he believed in before. It's amazing. He's turning over a new leaf. No, the fuck he isn't. No, fuck Gavin Newsom. No, don't go on his podcast. Don't give him any airtime. Don't give him shit. Fuck him. No. It's a mistake. You can't humanize these people if they haven't changed, right? And the way we can see if Gavin Newsom has changed or not depends on if he changes the policies in California or not. What he does for California will explain and show us if he's really changed. And if he does anything to benefit Californians or changes his policies in any way, he will get ousted by the Democrats just like everybody else did who tried to go against, like Eric Adams, for example. Right? No, people. This is unacceptable. This fucking pussy groveling bullshit from the right about this fucking dumb but simple mistake that fucking Mike Waltz made during this Signal fucking conversation. It is unacceptable that we give these people even an inch of gratification for anything. No, I'm not condemning him. No, I'm not going to talk shit on him. No, he doesn't have to be fired. No, he doesn't have to step down. And I don't care what you think about it. Fuck you. That's my answer to the Democrats and the left when they want to confront me about this issue. And guys, that was my rant for this week. It is Friday the 28th of March, 2025. It's 9:30 in the morning in Germany. That was the rant for this week. and you'll be getting this tomorrow. Have a great weekend. See you guys next time.